Hello, I'm Dr. Duck. Today we open SCP files 021 through 030. SCP-021, also known as Skin Worm, is classified as safe. SCP-021 is a parasitic organism that resides beneath the skin of a human host. It appears as a large, serpentine mass coiled around the subject's torso, visible as shifting patterns beneath the skin. Its presence causes constant discomfort, including itching and the sensation of movement inside the body. Despite this, the host remains alive and fully conscious. SCP-021 feeds directly from the host while gradually integrating with their internal structure. Over time, it begins replacing portions of the host's biological systems. In high-stress situations, the organism releases increased levels of adrenaline. This grants the host enhanced strength, confidence, and pain tolerance. Unlike normal adrenaline responses, the usual after-effects, such as fatigue or weakness, are significantly reduced. Attempts to remove SCP-021 are extremely dangerous. Separation often results in fatal outcomes for the host, the organism, or both. Containment focuses on isolating infected individuals and preventing further spread. SCP-022, also known as the Morgue, is classified as Euclid. SCP-022 is a morgue located in the basement of a hospital in Great Britain. Under normal conditions, it appears entirely ordinary. At random intervals, storage drawers open without external cause. When this occurs, animated human corpses emerge from within. These entities attempt to exit the facility immediately upon activation. Some appear intact, while others are partially dismembered or heavily decomposed. They do not require air, food, sleep, or body heat. Some retain limited speech and awareness. All exhibit increased physical strength. The consciousness present does not appear to match the physical remains. Subjects often show distress upon manifestation. Over time, the corpses continue to decompose while remaining mobile until full structural failure. Any human or object entering SCP-022 later disappears and reappears as one of the entities. Containment relies on a reinforced vault system and high-temperature incineration procedures. SCP-023, also known as the Black Shuck, is classified as Euclid. SCP-023 is a large, sexless, shaggy canine entity covered in dense black fur. It is typically observed occupying locations resembling crossroads or junction points. Any direct eye contact with SCP-023, including via reflective surfaces, initiates a delayed fatal effect. 1 year after the moment eye contact is broken, either the observer or a member of their immediate family will die. Victims are later discovered with remains filled with highly compacted ash, including internal organs and circulatory structures. Muscle tissue, bone, and brain matter show signs of extreme heat exposure. To prevent activation, SCP-023's eye sockets have been filled with hardened rubber material by Foundation personnel. If not contained within a crossroad-like environment, SCP-023 will phase through solid structures to reach a more suitable location. During movement, it incinerates any materials it passes through. SCP-024, also known as the Game Show, is classified as Euclid. SCP-024 is an abandoned soundstage located in an otherwise unremarkable structure. Upon entry, individuals are greeted over an intercom system by an unidentified announcer. The announcer offers participants the chance to play a game, described as dangerous, where not all players are guaranteed to leave. Once accepted, entrants are transported into a structured obstacle course with escalating difficulty and shifting rules. The environment behaves like a controlled game scenario, complete with staged challenges and monitored progression. Throughout the event, the announcer communicates with participants, offering guidance and commentary. Multiple individuals can survive a single session depending on performance and cooperation. Those who fail are not observed exiting the facility and are considered lost. Those who succeed are later found outside SCP-024's entrance with no memory of how they arrived. Reward objects have included cash, electronics, and travel vouchers. Violation of game rules results in immediate removal by unidentified guard entities, after which the subject disappears. Following each session, a VHS tape or DVD appears in a mailbox outside the entrance, containing a recording of the event. SCP-025, also known as the clothes closet, is classified as safe. SCP-025 is a wooden wardrobe containing a large collection of clothing spanning from the 1920s to modern day. The garments inside are heavily deteriorated, showing extensive moth damage, tearing, and decay. Despite their condition, each item appears intact enough to be worn. When an individual wears any article of clothing from SCP-025, a delayed anomalous effect begins. Within 24 hours, the wearer will suffer an injury or fatal event localized to the area covered by the garment. The outcome is consistent and unavoidable, regardless of environment or precaution. Observed effects include cuts, fractures, amputations, ballistic injuries, and rapidly developing tissue decay. The specific outcome varies, but always corresponds to the body region covered by the item. The wardrobe contains a wide variety of clothing, including shirts, pants, coats, hats, scarves, and vests. All items are considered unsafe for use under any circumstance. SCP-026, also known as Afterschool Retention, is classified as Euclid. SCP-026 is a three-story public school building consisting of 2 wings and a central foyer. The structure appears abandoned, though it remains intact and structurally stable. The interior contains multiple anomalous spatial distortions that shift based on the perception of individuals inside. Hallways may extend, loop, or change direction without physical alteration, making navigation highly unstable. The walls are covered in graffiti that continuously fades, reappears, and relocates across different surfaces within the building. Inside SCP-026 are numerous unconscious adolescents wearing standard school uniforms. These individuals cannot be awakened through any known method. Attempts to remove them from the structure result in rapid dehydration followed by accelerated decomposition. A similar outcome occurs in any subject who falls asleep inside SCP-026. The building's layout appears increasingly inconsistent during prolonged exposure, suggesting direct interaction with observer perception. Containment focuses on preventing entry and restricting all access to the structure. SCP-027, also known as the Vermin God, is classified as Euclid. SCP-027 is a phenomenon bound to a single human subject. The individual is continuously surrounded by a dense, persistent swarm of vermin. It begins with clouds of gnats and flies forming around the host. Over time, larger organisms accumulate, including lice, cockroaches, worms, spiders, mice, and rats. These creatures remain in constant proximity and follow the subject wherever they go. The subject has no ability to control or repel the swarm. The vermin also exhibit aggressive behavior toward nearby individuals, often attacking without provocation. A portion of the infestation resides within the subject's body without immediately killing them. The swarm appears to treat the host as a central point of attraction rather than prey. Upon the subject's death, SCP-027 transfers to a new human host through unknown means. The mechanism of transfer has not been identified. Containment focuses on isolation of the current host and minimizing external exposure. SCP-028, also known as Knowledge, is classified as safe. SCP-028 is an anomalous area located within an abandoned storage yard outside a copper mine in Michigan. The anomaly has no physical object associated with it. Instead, it exists as a fixed spatial zone measuring approximately 2.1 meters cubed. Any modifications made to the area have no effect on the anomaly. Individuals who enter the zone experience sudden and complete understanding of a specific subject. The information varies in scope and usefulness, ranging from trivial facts to highly complex scientific concepts. Some instances go unnoticed at first, only becoming apparent when recalled later. The effect can be triggered repeatedly by leaving and re-entering the area. However, repeated exposure results in increasing symptoms, including migraines and dizziness. More complex or profound insights tend to produce stronger physiological reactions. Examples include detailed biological processes or theoretical systems not previously understood by the subject. SCP-029, also known as Daughter of Shadows, is classified as Keter. SCP-029 is a pubescent female of Asiatic Indian origin, presenting with near-total alopecia. Over 80% of her skin is a deep, uniform black pigmentation, while the remaining areas lack melanin entirely. Her eyes are also completely black, with no visible sclera or iris distinction. SCP-029 exhibits extreme homicidal behavior and actively seeks to kill any individuals within reach. She demonstrates a preference for killing without bloodshed, most commonly through strangulation. The subject does not consume food and shows no signs of normal nutritional dependence. Physical capabilities are significantly enhanced, including reaction speed and dexterity approximately 4 times that of a standard human. She also displays a high degree of resistance to physical harm. These abilities are notably reduced under exposure to both natural and artificial light. Male individuals in her presence experience severe psychological compulsion, often becoming obedient and willing to act on her behalf, including acts of violence or self-sacrifice. SCP-029's black pigmentation has been observed to increase in coverage when others commit acts of strangulation in her name. All known influenced followers have since been neutralized. SCP-030, also known as the Homunculus, is classified as safe. SCP-030 is a hairless, genderless humanoid measuring approximately 71 centimeters in height and weighing 12.7 kilograms. Its body is composed primarily of clay-like material with traces of unknown substances and human blood. The subject has solid blue eyes with no visible pupils or irises. It communicates in multiple languages, including several that remain unidentified. SCP-030 possesses advanced knowledge of 17th century scientific principles and is capable of producing functional inventions based on them. The subject becomes active when exposed to a light source of at least 15 lumens within 1.5 meters. Without sufficient light, it becomes completely inert and unconscious. It does not require sleep and shows no reaction to pain. SCP-030 is capable of reshaping its own form and structure when active. It has demonstrated cooperative behavior and has assisted Foundation research efforts. The entity was discovered in London, sealed within a sarcophagus linked to historical alchemical practices. These were SCP files 021 through 030. Thanks for watching. Consider liking and subscribing for more SCP videos.